This is why you need to stop shaming yourself when you're on Nofap. It's understandable that you feel shame, okay, because obviously you feel bad about doing it, about relapsing, right? But what happens when you feel shame? Let me ask you this. When did shame actually help you? Tell me one moment, just one moment, where it helped you to not relapse and where it didn't cause you to go binge relapsing. To think, alright, I messed up, I feel shame, and suddenly you decide to relapse again, right? So that's what's happening here. And basically, what shame is doing is that you are relapsing again because you feel bad and you think PMO is gonna help you with that. So obviously, you relapse again, you're full of shame, you relapse again, and it's like a cycle that keeps on going. And you might be wondering, why is shame a bad thing? Maybe I can get some motivation out of it, but shame is really just a negative emotion. And if you think about it, what we want to do is we don't want to focus on emotion. Obviously, it's not like we're gonna win over this with willpower, which I mentioned in another video. Willpower is not the way to go. You cannot quit purely on willpower. That is a fact. But how you want to quit is by genuinely changing the way you think about it. Perceiving no value in PMO means that you see no reason to do it anymore. Because yes, you are free to choose whether or not to do PMO. It's shocking, but it's the truth. If you still relapse, it is because you still see value in PMO. And that means that if you feel shame about it, then you cannot rationally think about, hey, why did I actually choose for PMO? Why did I want to do it? What value did I perceive in PMO? This is exactly what I do with my clients. We just think this through systematically, and then in the end, by critically thinking those thoughts, you can come to a point where you see no value in PMO anymore. And guess what? Willpower is not even needed. Urges disappear, they don't exist. It's that weird, right? So if you think about it, shame is really a distraction from this rational thinking that we want to achieve. Because we don't want to quit purely on willpower by doing our best. No, I want you to quit by changing internally, by genuinely not wanting PMO, and then obviously it's gonna be a piece of cake. Now, how do you quit shaming yourself? Because obviously it feels bad, right? You're relapsing, as I said. So how do you make sure you don't feel shame? And how can you quit successfully? I will explain both. First, how can you stop shaming yourself? For me, how I view it, you should see it as this. You are making a choice, okay? That's the first basic of everything. I know the Nofap space told you that you're addicted, you're not making a choice, you relapsed, you did something bad, but you're genuinely making a choice here. So why not just view it as a choice? If you decided that you want to quit video games, but then you played for an hour and you realized like, okay, maybe it was not the best thing to do, then you can think like, hey, maybe I would be happier if I went outside with friends, right? Maybe it was not really making me so happy, the video game. You can just, as a normal human being, you can reflect on this. You're not gonna be full of shame and judgmental and destroying yourself over this. And that is the mindset you want to have with PMO as well, because it's a habit. There's no proof that you are addicted or hardwired to it. Because addiction is, again, a very hard topic, right? Being forced to do something does not exist in science. It's basically only habituation. So like brushing your teeth, you're not addicted to it, but it's a habit. So you can also watch the video on addiction. It's really short, but really insightful. But being judgmental does not help. So just stop being judgmental and view it as a choice. Say to yourself, okay, I made this choice because I thought it was the best thing to do. I saw value in it. And was it the best thing to do? Maybe I was wrong. Could be, right? But it was still a decision. And we human beings, we tend to make wrong decisions and learn by them. So this is normal human behavior. And this is the first step to quit. If you can accept the fact that you are truly free to choose, which is really hard. I think this is the hardest step of all of them, because you need to change your whole belief. But it's the truth. There is no addiction. And once you experience this, then you will see it's actually genuinely the truth. So I advise you to watch this video on why addiction does not exist as you think it does. And this is basically the first most important step to quit. Good luck watching the video and let me know how it went. You can always send me a message for help, and see you guys soon.